Good morning. Today we're going to have an at-home vlog. I'm going to be working on some things for recording for you guys, so this vlog here, some future content that we want to be making, as well as some videos that I have to make for our bird sanctuary, White Wings Bird Sanctuary. I'm going to make a video on that so we can set up a GoFundMe and our website and get all that information together. Gotta work on the website for that today. I'm also going to work on some content for my art studio and my clothing brand. Right now, my dad's heading to the shop and warehouse. I don't expect him to vlog today, but I'm certainly going to try. I haven't personally tried in a very long time, me, myself, and I. So we'll see what comes of that today. Yeah, it's going to be fun. All right, first thing today I'm going to do after letting the birdies out is I'm going to do my Bible study. So let's get into that, and then we'll go on to editing the script and the content that I want to film for the White Wings Bird Sanctuary. Then I'll film that and all the B-roll that it needs, and then I'll film some reels for that. I don't know. And then I'll work on the website and double check my emails and all that fun stuff. So you might get a lot of time lapses today of me working, but it's going to be fun. Alright, so I just finished the script for the White Wings Bird Sanctuary intro video and all of that. So I also rewrote it on my notebook so I don't have to take my computer outside, because I'm going to record this outside, and then I'm also going to record it inside just to make sure that the voiceover is not like interrupted by wind or like a lawnmower or birds chirping too loud in the background, like our ducks because they quack loudly. So I might, yeah, it's gonna be good. But that's where we're gonna go now, and you'll probably see that video come out fairly soon, fairly shortly. Definitely before this video comes out. So be sure to check out the White Wings Bird Sanctuary YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and website and GoFundMe and all these things. It's basically going to be so exciting to get this started and to be able to forever home for birds and a place for rehabilitation and support for mental health by connecting with these beautiful creations that God made. So, yeah, let's go do that. All right, here we go. I'm gonna film for the bird sanctuary now. The guy just started mowing his lawn, so hopefully that doesn't affect the audio too badly. But I'm gonna be recording it inside anyways, so it's just the face stuff that I gotta have. So, okay, let's go for it. Decision not only brought save. My golly, why can't I get this one sentence? We're Hi, George. Passionate individuals dedicated to making a difference for all of God's wonderful creation. We are your support. We can just end with that. For our bird. My goodness, that is not at all what it is. Oh my gosh. Yep, George. I appreciate your feedback and support. Okay. We're gonna try that. But I don't know what that's going to look like. So then the next part I gotta do for all this is B-roll, because you're not just gonna stand there and watch me. I think Chai and Daffodil and Daphne are fighting. Or they're hungry. I don't know. They make noise and I love it. And that's actually like the calls of birds is one of the main reasons why mental health actually gets support through nature. And that's why birds and nature are massively connected to one another, because you just find birds in nature. Like, they're the most common animal to see out your window or anything. It's not as easy to see a deer or an elk or anything like that outside your window as it is to see a robin or a blue jay, sometimes even ducks and chickens. And those calls actually represent tones that help plants grow. from what I understand, which I think classical music also does the same kind of tune or whatever, and that's what makes plants grow faster. That's why people play classical music to their flowers and stuff to make them grow bigger quicker. And those basically just gives you a lasting mental health effect of being out in nature, of listening to birds. For us, and our goal with our sanctuary is actually being able to interact with the birds, because the birds are so fun. They have such big personalities too. And honestly, there's so many people that have fears of birds, which I understand because I used to be afraid of birds. But once we got ducks and chickens, it gave me a better understanding of the creation that God made them to be, and how all of them are kind of like their own little people, if that makes sense. Sometimes I forget that our birds are not humans, because their personalities are just so large and they just express themselves in such unique ways. Like Momo is completely different than Spice. Jelly Bean right there is completely different than Mango and Pepper. You can hear them right now. Like, they're all talking. They're all hungry. They might be out of food. I have to check that. But all of them are so different. Even chickens. Chickens are hilarious. George is actually one of our adopted ones. She came from our neighbors because she actually had a PTSD moment where she was out past dark, and we have some raccoons in the area here. And George had another partner named George that the little girl over there had named both of them George. And basically, our George witnessed the murder of the other one, and after that refused to return back to their house. And so we talked to the neighbor, and they just decided that if whenever we put her back on that side, she returns, that it's just the decision that was made. So we support her PTSD, and she's like the first one in at night. She always makes sure that whenever it gets close to being dark, even if it's cloudy, she's somewhere safe, um, because she's had some pretty bad experiences. So but she has a massive personality. She's basically the leader of the chicken flock here. Chai tries to be, but so you'll see Chai like running right behind her, trying to get in on the action. Sometimes Chai gets herself into weird situations, so she's always on the patio. Like no matter what, she's in the patio, and she's just hilarious. And then we got Sweet Cheeks. Sweet Cheeks is actually over there near Cotton Ball right now. Momo's in front of her, and you can see Sweet Cheeks is laying down and submitting to Cotton Ball. Sweet Cheeks is an interesting story. She was actually just found in roaming the neighborhood, and my sister, she actually caught her while I was away because I was in Florida and she was here. And she caught her moving around to all the neighbors that have chickens. They're like, that's not our chicken. We don't even know who she is. So we call her a street chicken. In the midst of Maddie carrying her around the neighborhood trying to figure out her home, she named her Sweet Cheeks. That's right, Sweet Cheeks. Yeah, she's coming over here. And she's decided to stay here because she has the ability to leave. Like you probably saw, she like jumped over the house, and she likes to lay her eggs over there, so we don't get any eggs from her. But she has the complete ability to leave whenever she wants, and she's just decided that since we feed her and give her a safe place to stay at night, she doesn't, even though the chickens pick on her because she's the smallest. But she absolutely will not be touched or held. She is a street chicken still. So, yeah. But I'll do a video on all the birds individually and their personalities and who they are at some point. That'll be partnered with the White Wings Bird Sanctuary channel as well, so be sure to follow that. Yeah, these little guys, I love them so much. And like I was saying for the White Wings Bird Sanctuary, like saving mankind and all that, um, we mostly got them because of my mental health at the time. I was extremely depressed. I was on the verge of being suicidal, and I just wanted to feel something. I never cut myself or anything, but I was close to it. Um, when COVID-19 hit and us having to be home, um, it was the opposite of good for my mental health at the time. And so it was a way for one, to have little tiny things to care for. For two, it was an awesome project for our family to do. Like my dad researched and designed everything about this run and coop here so it would operate and function the best way possible for these birds. So that summer we also got to build the entire house together. Like it was a flat field. I wish we had vlogged that. It was really fun. But now it's a really sturdy house, and honestly, our birds are spoiled because of what they have. Um, but yeah, after all of that, I got to spend time out here taking care of them, feeding them, watering them. I mean, the obligation of having to go outside every day, at least twice, is very good for people that have really bad mental health. Even people with physical health, because your mental health affects how quickly you heal physically. Also, with even people for just hard times, navigating difficult situations, um, things that usually overwhelm their thoughts. This, just being outside, like feeling the sun, even when it's snowing, like being in the snow and seeing like how the birds play in snow and how they interact with each other, just all of that. It's so fun. Right now, the majority of the ducks are actually in the rhubarb over, how do I point? Over here. You may not be able to see them, but the ladies like to lay their eggs underneath the rhubarb. Also in this log bush, so you may have seen Salt and Pepper or whatever jumping through there. But yeah, yeah. Let's go see if I can get a cute video of them in the rhubarb. And then I gotta film the B-roll. I know, Jelly Bean. I'm not gonna interact with you. You're okay. Look at the ladies. Look at them. Look how cute they are. Yeah. That's Daffodil and Daphne, the two brown ones, and then the gray one's Pepper, and the tan one is Salt. Salt and Pepper we raised as ducklings with another little duckling that we actually hatched. The duckling's name was Peepers. We don't know the gender because that duckling passed away because of a birth defect. But those two made it. Jelly Bean is actually the only living hatched and raised here duckling. Most of our birds get bird defects, especially Pekings, because Dino and Momo are from the same family. Spice had Sugar. Um, she passed away, I think, she passed away 2 years ago. She had a lot of health problems. But because they would mate, because birds don't see issues with that, even though it is, they got birth defects with their lungs and things like that. And so they would end up passing away very young. We do have another one that did survive. Her name, I don't even know her name, but she is part Ruin and part Peking because all of our males are Peking ducks. And she was adopted out to another family at a very young age. I think like 4 days old or whatever the limit is. Like that limit was when we adopted her out. And she's thriving. Sometimes we get pictures from her and all that. So, yeah. So, yeah, let's go inside and double check the B-roll that I have to take, and then we'll be out here to check that out. All right, we're going to get some serene birdie action for the intro shot. Let's see if this is a good angle. Gotta center them. Oop. Okay. There's a large mosquito chasing me. Yuck. Okay, so I just filmed a shot of the ducks. I already filmed a bunch of good B-roll from the yard for the peaceful morning vlog that you guys already saw. So I'm gonna see if we have any good content already on there. And then I'll decide what I need to film, because I don't quite have everything laid out for me to see the full vision. But let's go piece together what I just made. I should probably take my duck poop shoes off so I don't wear them in the house, because that's gross. There's already plenty of duck poop in the house. Trust me, we clean. We do clean. And sorry the shot's so close to my face. I'm just carrying so much, so. Alright, it is now 7:20-ish. It's been a long day. After all of the last scene that you saw me in, I went inside to try to edit everything, and then it just like, for one, I have more mad respect for my sister and the career that she has in like video editing and content creating and brand and all of that stuff, because man, I sat down And literally for like 3 hours I was trying to figure out how to like piece it all together. And I just got so overwhelmed, so I was like, I just rough cutted it. Here, Maddie, this is what it looks like. And I just tried to work on the website, which then that was overwhelming for me because that's also something new. So I'm trying to figure that out. So I literally felt like I wasted the entire day being overwhelmed trying to figure out this kind of stuff because there's a lot going on in the family. There's a lot going on with these guys. Like, there is the possibility that we'll have to rehome them depending on all of the situations and the circumstances. And personally, I don't want to have to rehome them. That's why we're trying to get this nonprofit off the ground, to gain support and actually be able to build a new permanent home for them, to actually elevate the nonprofit and the bird sanctuary further and actually develop our Hug a Duck program. But there's just so much going on that became overwhelming, and so I ended up not doing anything today. I went to the grocery store to try to get my mind out of it, and then I came back and it was just the same thing. So my sister was awesome though. She ended up helping me edit the entire thing with B-roll and everything. So the video you see on our White Wings Bird Sanctuary video channel on YouTube, my goodness, I said that weird. That was edited by her. She also did the thumbnail. So thank you, Maddie. I really appreciate your help. But now we are gonna close up. We're gonna put everyone to bed, and then yeah, I'm probably gonna go in and get warm because I'm cold. Like this morning when you saw me filming everything outside, that was the nicest part of the day. The sun and all of the warmth that I got from that. But now it's like, I think it's like 50-ish degrees, and now I'm freezing. So you can tell Florida's affected me. So yeah, but let's put these guys to bed. Alright, let's go count everyone. As you saw, I already got them food. There's like swarms of mosquitoes in it. It's all because of that thing right there. When you pump it down, there's a bunch of little red worms because that's flies laying eggs. Birds love those, but they're gross. Alright, let's count the birds. Alrighty, we got 1 little spicy, 2 little mango, 3 little shorty, 4 little jelly, 5 little pepper, 6 little Momo. It's gonna be too dark in there to record. Got Dino, Assault, Daffodil, Daphne. Okay, everyone's good in there. Let's double check in here. We got a Blue, a George, a Chai, a Stormy, an Earl Grey, Cotton Ball, Puff Ball, and Sweet Cheeks. And Rose. Perfect. Alright, now we leave these guys to be until it is dark. And it's time for them to go to bed. Are you okay, Spicy? Is it a good day? I know you've been having a hard time walking. Getting old, my baby boy. Yeah. Okay, well, yeah. Alright, well, I think that is going to be the end of our vlog today. I don't remember everything that I vlogged, so I just know it was a good day. It was an overwhelming day, but we did get stuff done, even though I didn't feel like it in the moment, and had a wonderful time with the birds. So, closing up the curtains, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!